I'm sure they always welcome some thank you letters. Now that I think about it, I'm actually thinking about sending a message to Shosuke Sensei just to say, I really love you.
Your animation design.
Maybe.
Yeah. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Fresh Step, where you recover yourself for the main step. I'm your host for today, tomorrow, and the foreseeable future, Theodore Lu. And I'm with Autos Battler in the UK and admin of the Battle Spirits English Wiki, Ayumu Seiki.
Hello.
Yeah, so how are you doing today, Ayu?
Are you okay?
Just kidding. I think I probably shouldn't joke about falling down onto the ground because last time I did that, my sports teacher was really genuinely worried and subsequently fairly really angry about that. So it was his birthday, and then we have as usual we have two sports teacher, right? Because sports you can have to get involved with the students, so with the field being really big, it's really hard to manage with only one teacher, right? So
Okay.
yeah, and then the younger teacher was she just picked me out, and then yeah, I mean you are the physically weakest in the class, right?
Hello.
Wait, what? Oh, there was a little technical issue, if you may, but yeah, I think I will try maybe continue that the other day. Now because I am, while it is not fatal, it is not anything worrying, at least not yet. I think it's just the hit is getting into me, and I was being a little bit forgetful today. So yeah, let's save that for another day. Time to give everyone a cliffhanger. But yeah, how are you doing, Ayumu?
I'm doing all right. Actually, in a little bit of a back to some existential crisis
As usual.
because I found a new manga yesterday, and I
Mm-hmm.
bing read it all the way
Mm-hmm.
because it was only 20 chapters with an epilogue.
Mm.
And then what's it called? Let me try to find it because I was talking to Fisher about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny because I shared the manga after I finished it, which was 4 a.m. in the UK.
Nice.
And then I didn't expect him to stay awake.
Uh-uh.
He's one of the late sleepers as well, but I didn't expect him to be that late.
Mm-mm.
And then he said, and he said, "Fuck you for making me read this at 4 a.m."
Yeah. Thank goodness I didn't open that. I saw that link because yesterday, yeah, the day yesterday, what happened was I went out for one day, and then it was really hot, and then I went back, and then I had dinner at 9, and at 10 I felt like I'm too tired, so let's start the day early tomorrow, and then I started the day really early tomorrow at 12:01. So yeah, that's what happened.
But yeah, for those who just the manga is called Walikita Kankei desu kara. To be fair, I didn't expect. I haven't planned to to think about what I say. So I to be fair, I should have sent you the image before we started. But oh well.
Oh well. It's fine. It's right. So some things are better unseen, probably. Question mark.
I mean, yeah. To be fair, I think later on we will have to. Okay, I guess because I'm like, oh my god, which cover can we even share?
Oh no! So cats don't open that.
But volume 4 works.
Very well.
But yes, the manga is called Walikita Kankei desu kara, or in English, it's a detached relationship. I think you can more or less express where we're going with this.
Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to do this. Why did I open this? Okay, art. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't. Volume 4. Yeah, I think volume 4 is like the safest, but like yeah.
Yeah, the volume was like the safest one.
My God.
Well,
Let's not.
yeah, I didn't.
Hmm?
I didn't expect to I didn't like deliberately went to look up these kind of things. But it is a Yuri manga, and I love Yuri. So there's that. And what actually happened was that I was because I'm in a Yuri community on Facebook.
Yep.
So there are members just regularly sharing, giving me recommendations of the manga they read. And I just found this one because one of the scenes. I mean, I think I'm fine talking about this, but one of the scenes one of the manga panel was basically there's a girl facing the back to the reader, and then she literally dropped her panties off her hands, and then the other girl was just staring at her from her front, and then I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I was like, I need to read this now.
Oh no.
But yeah, I mean it's for those who would have searched it already, one of the tags is it is erotica.
Oh, I see.
So it's supposed to be sexual in some ways, but
yeah.
But just in general, I actually did enjoy it, story reasons.
Yeah.
Because I mean, to be fair, you can say it's I mean, again, I don't really read a lot of romance. Usually, when there's romance, it's gotta be Yuri. I don't even read yaoi nowadays because I think most of them sucks. Yuri is the best. But it is about a relationship developed from two people meeting from a dating app. And then obviously they had their own struggles from the past and everything like that. And then just kind of both of them have the doubts of do they wanna continue this so-called detached relationship together, because one side is very new to love, being a high school student, and then the other side was just treating the high school student as a replacement of her previous crush, instead of seeing the student as her own person. And it's not I don't know if this is actually a normal thing. Well, I mean, not normal, as in a common trope in a romance story, but I guess it might be. Because just the things of one side just not seeing the other person as the actual person, and then now they'll struggle through their love history and things like that. But I mean, I don't know. I enjoy that. But what actually surprised me the most is that of how the high schooler changed from the first chapter to comparing to the last panel, the last chapter. Because it was I think we're getting the spoiler territory though.
Oh yeah, let's let that go to the imagination of the listeners then. Or I mean again.
If you just go read it yourself. But,
yeah. Make sure you are old enough to read them though. We forgot to preface that in the beginning, but yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, in terms of, Japanese audience, I think it's more 16 plus. But I guess from Western standard, it would be 18 plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think another thing that's different, I think, from other kind of romance manga is that it's because it's really short. As I said, it's only 20 chapters with an epilogue.
Yep.
So everything is very fast paced. But not to the point of rushing things. It's just really fast paced, really intense. Every chapter there's something going on. It's oh my god, what's gonna happen next kind of thing. So yeah, that's why I managed to read it from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's really satisfying to find something and it ends. Because like lots of manga, they're like really ambitious with their ideas. Like, yeah, we are going to travel through all 7 continents, and then like they are like 40 chapters, and they're finally off the first continent, and then like, yep, then the hero story continues, and then like, wait, what do you mean the hero story continues? Where are the continuations? What is that? What is that finish written in English on that on the bottom right of the manga? Like, why is this happening? This is terrible. Why?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind long manga, but like some of them do get very hard to catch up.
Yeah.
It's at least it's really hard for me to, I don't know, like kind of put in the effort to like keep up. Like especially when you're like keeping up with like multiple mangas. Like I used to start reading Black Butler. I think it's at like I kind of paused it like kind of 2 years ago. You know, it's not like just like deliberately pausing it. It's just like I read until the latest chapters. I'll come back later and just never did.
Yeah.
I think 2 years ago it was like in like 170 chapters. So probably right now it's too.
Oh my god.
Remember what happened at the end. So like it's like I can't do
Yeah. Why?
I guess I'll just watch the anime for now. The latest. Like, well, what I mean last anime terms.
Yep.
Which was like basically like 3 months ago. Yeah, 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And then the other one was actually Gakogurashi.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was actually almost to the end when I paused it, and then again I just forgot about it.
Yeah.
I really used to continue it, but that one was actually really fun because like again it's another unusual trope, which I also like surprised a lot of the anime fans back when it first came out as a manga and as an anime.
Yeah.
Mainly as an anime because like the anime definitely helped it to kind of boost its what's the word? Popularity?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's basically cute girls doing cute things in a zombie apocalyptic world. Which is a very interesting idea, I would say.
They are doing it. They are cute girls doing cute things, or are they?
Yeah, yes, or are they? They're doing cute things with a side trope of psychological horror, literally.
Perfection.
Yeah, I need to get back to it again. I think that was really fun. And then like the other one. Okay, I mean obviously, actually, I am going with Oshinoko right now. The manga is up to 155 chapters. Yeah, so this one I've been keeping up almost every week. It's more like when I remember about the manga, then I just go to check if there's a new chapter out because I think it's updated weekly every Wednesday. So there's that, unless the author goes to take a break, which is Akasaka Aka, the one who also made Love is War Kaguya-sama. Or actually, no, the other way around. Kaguya-sama, Love is War. There we go. It's actually really fun when you like see Aka-sensei just hanging out with the other VTubers on stream. and then the other's like, aren't you supposed to be drawing right now? Well, not drawing actually. No, he's the author, not the artist. But he might be working on other things as well. So like, basically, aren't you supposed to be working right now? Why are you playing Apex with us? And he actually plays Apex. I think there was this period where he paused Oshinoko because I had to join the Apex tournament.
Oh yeah,
That was really funny.
that chat man.
Yeah. And then he was like, "Don't tell the editors." I mean, probably the editors do know what he's doing, but it's just for like comedic responses. But yeah.
Yep. Of course.
Yeah, and then what's the other one? Like this one. Oh, this one's done really. This is one of the really rare normal romance that I actually read. Well, I mean normal. I mean like between like a guy and a girl, because like, I usually prefer like unusual ones, like homosexual ones. I mean, I don't really know if I should call it unusual nowadays, but like you get what I mean. And then in some cases, like humans and robots. That's actually one topic that I really like to get into. Like, I actually really like the topic of humans and robots to the point that I wrote a related essay during my high school in philosophy. Because in philosophy we did a topic on what can gain consciousness? Can robots gain consciousness? That kind of thing. So I literally wrote 3,000 words on if it's possible for robot to gain consciousness, and if they do, how should we check it?
God damn.
Kind of thing. Oh yeah, I was borderline obsessed with it. But yeah, back to the manga I was reading. Tonikaku Kawaii, that's the name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tonikaku Kawaii, Fly Me to the Moon, and the author is also flexing as well because like he literally started the manga after he got married. So like practically everything the characters are doing in the story is basically what he experienced himself. But obviously, because of that, it also means like a lot of the plots or like whatever the characters do in the story actually relatively realistic. I say it that way because it's still a fantasy story, but like, actually no, fantasy isn't the right word. Supernatural, that's the word. Okay. Yeah, it's a supernatural story, but like most of the time, it's literally just about the characters hanging out as a couple. So kind of like it's more about reading about their daily lives. While trying to solve the problem, which is like at the back of your head. Like it's not like the main thing. It's not like the main issue, but like it's something that drives the plot forward and like drives the characters' actions. Again, I cannot spoil that because like it's literally like it's very funny because like at the beginning, you think it's just like a normal slice of life romance until after like 100 chapters or something like that, because like at this point it's like 260 chapters, but like it's like basically about midway there, and then they suddenly dropped the bomb. Like there were a lot of hints previously, and like like if you're just like even slightly smart, you will have realized like what was actually going on. But then after 100 chapters or so, they dropped the bomb. Okay, so this is what actually happens. They have a problem now. And people was like, whoa. I mean, I saw that coming, but still, whoa. Yeah, and so yeah, again, if you're interested, go read it yourself. I think it's really fun. Like it's kind of like if you enjoy just like reading couples interactions without like all the love drama, because like man, they are going fast with this one. Like I mean, they definitely slowed down now since like the characters got married already. But like this isn't even a spoiler because literally the guy in chapter 1 saw the girl for 5 minutes, get hit by the truck, didn't get isekai, and the girl saved him. He confessed on the spot, got into a coma for a few days because of bleeding, and then a girl went missing for 2 years later. For 2 years, and then 2 years later, she suddenly showed his doorstep and said, "Let's get married because that's what you promised." And then that was like the first 2 chapters. So it's like, whoa, isn't this going too quick? But no, it was fine. It's like completely 100% wholesome.
Yeah,
it's like so sweet. I love it so much. Yeah.
It's always like the fun part about like searching for manga is always like you just scroll and then like, what is this? Like this sounds stupid, and then you read it and it's like, god damn, I can't stop now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, I actually found another one last night. I haven't started it yet, but like I don't know if I should start this one. But like, this is like I found on YouTube. Basically, they recently they have a lot of YouTube shorts of like just like YouTubers giving anime and like manga recommendations. I don't subscribe to them, but like
Yeah, it's shorts.
It's just like pop ups from time to time on YouTube. So it's like, what is this? That actually looks interesting. And then this one is called Reincarnation Coliseum.
Oh,
Have you heard of that one?
Yeah,
Or did you just see the chat?
I for the record, I can't confirm nor deny whether I've known about the chapter or whether I have caught up with the latest chapter, but I did with some panels, and they are really amazing. Like just speaking normally, like the action part is like amazing. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, if you
Jesus
are
Christ, Halo.
yeah, if you are not old enough, don't read that. But like,
Oh yeah,
but
it's
yeah.
I haven't started yet, but like, I read like the what's the word, the synopsis, and it's like, oh my god. It's like as someone liked your comments, and like as someone commented on the YouTube shorts, they was like, this is literally the premise of if you lose, you're gay.
Yeah. But then again,
because
yeah.
because the premise is basically there's a really good gamer got reincarnated into like a, I mean, I don't know, but I assume it's like a Roman like world. It's like of like the Colosseum and everything like that. And then like he was selected as like a kind of like a slave, a gladiator kind of thing, because like his new power was like really shit apparently. And then basically someone told him, oh my god, I'm reading synopsis right now. It's like, oh my god, this is crazy. And basically someone told him losing means getting, can I even say this? The R word. There we go.
Okay.
The R
Yeah,
word.
okay.
Yeah. Losing means getting the R word while being turned into a girl.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah. It's yeah. It's it's what happened. But like, trust me, like if you actually like skip like the after the battle part, like the action part is like genuinely, it's genuinely
Yeah, but
good,
like we can't really skip the after battle part, can we? Like literally the whole title of the manga is called Reincarnation Coliseum, using the wicked skill to defeat the strongest woman and create a slave harem.
Oh. Oh right, I did not read the full title, but
it's like, oh, the Japanese, man, Japanese.
Yeah, it's like that's why we have things like the chain soldier, right? Like because the the real like the Japanese title was a little bit uncomfortable for like the Western people.
What is Japanese title
It's
for chain soldier?
Matosei no Sureibu.
Right, of course it is.
Yeah.
Mato.
Yeah.
Matosei.
Yes.
I mean, to be fair, this one in Japanese title doesn't sound too bad either.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, the topic of slaves goes around quite a lot of things. I mean, obviously, if you're well known in like the anime community, then you can kind of more or less assume what do they mean by slave in this context. But I think just in general, if I'm not an anime fan and I just see this title, I don't think I would think too much. Just because like, when you talk about slaves, it can be a lot of things, It can be about a guy trying to step up from being a slave to being an actual society member kind of thing. That's kind of like the usual topic you have for like, let's say standard proper stories. So yeah, like I wouldn't think too much on that, but like, and even in terms of visuals, like for Chain Soldier, it doesn't look too bad.
Yeah.
Like especially like when you look at the visuals, you'll be just like, oh, so like, is the slaves just like a monster, kind of thing, and then like the girl is like the master. I mean that I personally I think that still isn't too bad. It's like you got a lot of like what we call beast tamers and everything like that. So like it's not the worst, but yeah. Once you get into it, it's like Jesus.
Yeah, now you're planting ideas in my head that beast tamers is just a softer word because like in the end they always started that with the premise that this guy's ability is only to speak to animals, and then like of course he did not just speak to animals. Of course his ability will work towards someone who is like half animals, and then like oh no.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Oh my god, I've seen this one, which is really bad. Like okay, it's not the worst, but actually no, I think I complained about this before in like however long ago episode of podcast, but I've seen this anime which is like the guy was a beast tamer, but he got kicked out.
Oh yeah, I think we are talking about the same thing.
Of the hero squad because his it's apparently he was really bad, but like even if you watch the first episode, you will realize it's the heroes that were the dumb ones. It's like, why would you kick someone who help you to carry items using the power of tamer? Like calling bears and like all kinds of other animals to carry your luggage and everything like that. That's such a good ability. I want that in real life, please. And then you kick him out. So it's just like, I mean, just from that, I already felt that like this is gonna be so bad.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a common trope.
Yeah.
Now that like it kind of like people want to create a really like a character, like almost like a villain, but like they're not really villains. They're just idiots.
Yeah.
Like to kind of like force to give them a reason for like the satisfaction of revenge from like the protagonist, and that's like, this is not how it works, guys.
Yeah.
This is not how it works.
I know, right? Like how do you even gain satisfaction from like having a revenge against someone who didn't even think that they are like doing the wrong thing? So it's like,
I mean, I think well,
Ayumu. Das ist.
Hello.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
I think it was just another scam call or something like that.
Oh, okay.
But where was I?
Oh yeah, I think.
So I think one of them who did fairly well was actually the Shield Hero. Cause I mean when it goes to the later part, I mean like up to like volume 7 or volume 8, the trope is getting old, but like, at least at the beginning they were doing it pretty well, because like the other characters did have a reason to not trust the main character. And Naofumi, that's the name. Yes, yeah. Naofumi, because he was wrongly framed for again
assaulting.
The R word,
assaulting
on someone, assaulting on someone, and then like also he got like the weakest skill among like all the heroes. So like I understand if the others don't want to listen to him, but like it was getting old when it goes to volume 7, and then like he already saved the world like 3 or 4 times already. So like, but like at least in the beginning, that I think that one was doing like in terms of like getting hated and then get revenge trope. Like that was, I think that part did pretty well. But like back to the Beast Tamer. The other thing is that it's not even actually about animals. It's like like Theo, you did mention briefly, but like it's about the guy taming beast girls. It's not to the point of furry, but like just like normal human looking girls with animal ears and tails kind of thing. The worst part is that the girls were willingly being tamed by him. And I think okay, that might be still fine if like, you know, they kind of owe the protagonist for saving their lives, etc. But no, he didn't. Like he didn't do any of those stuff. Well, maybe not any, but like from a normal person's point of view, I don't think it's worth enough for you to kind of devote your whole life to a random beast tamer.
I know, right? Like what?
and it's like, oh god. And then like the animation wasn't good as well. Because like some people will argue, oh yeah, we're just here to watch the girls because we're fucking Sims. But like the animation wasn't even good. So it's like, I drop it after like episode 3 or something like that. Because I always apply like the 3 episode rule most of the time. So like unless it's by some specific animation studios, like Studio ACAT, the one who made High Speed Itole.
Oh. Okay. Let's not go back into that. We have spent like I think 2 episodes talking about that thing. But I feel like for me it's pretty much like I think I actually finished that Beast Tamer thing. Mostly because
you have the mind of steel.
No, it's I just hate myself, and also I think I can pretty much tell apart like okay, so whether this show is good or not, like I can tell whether I will like it or not from like pretty much early. But like so it's usually either I really like it or like yep, I'll just put this on the background while I'm doing something else because I have 2 monitors anyway, and then like not all of my activities requires me to have like full attention to anything. So I'll just while I was like working, then I'll just put that on the background just so I have some noise on the background basically. Then okay, so he did that. Oh, okay, so there's another girl. Okay, so actually like I think like the third girl was like the one that he actually saved, but it's also like that's a
oh yeah, there was like one girl that he actually saved. But like then like I think that was like the first girl, but then like the rest was just like, I like you, you can tame me. It's like what is this?
Yeah, and then like the worst part about this kind of stories is unfortunately just like us, they are probably they are probably written by single people. So like the biggest reasoning about like why the girls like the main characters like because he's kind. I can't. No, that is well like but I think that's how to say like one about like the why we constantly have like the banish from the hero party. I think like I can kind of see the pattern, and it is in a way kind of realistic because like these heroes, they are like really young, they're probably like 15, 17. They have the really big power that they get, and then they got and some of them they were like considered the heroes, so they have like they have the power and they have like the approval from the people, so they were like, oh yeah, I'm really strong. So they have like an really illusion of mega grandeur inside of their head of how strong they really are, and then of course it kind of like makes them like trips power really easily. So the beginning is fine, but like of course like then they don't have any, because they feel like they are on the top of the world. Like none of the people like can actually like kick some reason into their head. So yeah, I mean like that's kind of fine. the execution is usually where the problem lies. But
it's usually about the execution. Yeah.
And then like the problem with the anime girls in general, it's usually for some reason, especially elves. They have
Oh my god.
they have lived for like 100, 200 years, and then like they met this one guy, and then like, oh, I never met someone as kind as you. What the fuck is that bullshit? Have they not met their own parents?
What kind of cruel world are you living in?
I know, right? I think like that's why I really like that one shot like Twitter manga that's basically like the hero was like really focused on saving the world, and then like all the girls was like trying to advance on him, and then he was like, no, you guys are attractive people. Don't throw yourself just because you were safe once. and then he said that to like I think like one or two girls, and then like the third girl saw that, and then like, oh, you're really kind, I really like you, and then he just snapped like, you guys are like 17, 18, like, and then how is it even possible? Like, how fucked up is the world that you guys live in, that you guys have lived 15, 18 years of your life and not even meeting someone who show you like a remotely some kind of kindness. My goodness. But I guess that's also like one thing that is like usually like it is kind of like a double-edged sword in like the Japanese storytelling, because they kind of like, it is not like that like, oh yeah, kindness is like a really good, so if someone is kind then they get the good stuff. It's not like that. I think like it's more into like the storytelling technique in the Japanese media that I kind of like found over and over again, is they kind of like take like a good like the concept, and then they make it into something more physical. So like kindness is not physical, right? Kindness is just kind. I mean like it's kind of hard to put this into words, but like kindness is not the one-dimensional thing. It's not something that you can define physically, right? Like sometimes the same action you do to one person, and the same action that one else do to another person can have a really different effect, can have a really different meaning, and then not you can't really define like this certain of act as kindness, or like if kindness would lead to more kindness to be born. But it's more like, okay, so in this one context, I saw that you are hungry, I give you food, then that is an act of kindness. But that's not really because I am the very picture of kindness that I do that, but like, okay, so I saw your state, and then maybe there's something else in my head. Maybe I'm calculating, maybe I saw your potential, or maybe I'm just it just make me feel good to help others. There are lots of reasons why you want to help other people, and then you help that person. It might be seen as an act of kindness by the other person, but it's not necessarily kindness itself. So yeah, but like I think like in Japanese media, usually they just take this one concept, which is kindness, and then they just put it on one side, and then they put the opposite, which is not being evil, on the other side, and then like basically the whole story is about kindness against the world. Yeah. Or they do that with all sorts of concepts as well. I mean, like Final Fantasy is about light fighting against darkness, and they execute it well. But like sometimes they put it too much in your in your face, then it stopped meaning anything.
Yeah, and I also think a lot of times, again, it's just about laziness, I would say. Cause I think it's because it's just the simplest way to get a story going. You know, kind of the shonen kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, here's a good person, and he wants to defeat the evil kind of thing. And it's just like such a simple concept that like it's so easy to like kind of get your writings onto, but and then it's like and then also it's also like the nature of kind of like Japanese novel writing communities, because I again, like I mentioned this before, but like, and you know that as well, but like most of the current light novels actually came from a site called, I don't even know, I can't remember.
Shosetsuka ni Naro.
Yeah. So basically, the site is literally called "Become a Novel Writer," and then like what the site does is that like anyone who publishes on there might get a chance to actually release their own book. Granted, they have like a good enough audience, and so like what people do is that they literally just find the most popular novel at that time and just like copy and paste everything without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like they might sprinkle their own background setting into it, but then like most of the time, like in terms of like the plot, everything is the same. And so and this is actually how the truck like getting smashed by a truck and then got teleported to another world kind of thing came through. Because like it first started with Musoku Tensei. Or maybe Musoku Tensei wasn't the first one, but like it was rare enough that it didn't happen very often. Let's say it that way.
Yeah.
But it's because of Musoku Tensei that because Musoku Tensei became popular, so people started copying everything without even thinking about it, and that includes getting hit by a truck and get teleported to the world because they can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
Just like I don't know what reason to give to this character for being dead and teleported to another world. I mean, in the first place, this was already a really dumb idea. Like, because I think Musoku Tensei makes sense because like being like one of the very first kind of another world story or isekai is an actual word in also dictionary now, mind you guys. But like being like kind of one of the very not very few, but like at that time like isekai stories weren't like the most popular. But like you know, just like kind of having the idea of like the first chapter, the main character died kind of thing would have given quite a shock to like, you know, the audience because like it wasn't a common thing at that time. You know, you don't expect to like show the main character and then, oh my God, he died. And then like obviously he came back later on, but like, you know, you still had like kind of like the momentary shock from reading that. And like, you know, you got to remember this didn't start as an anime, it started as a book. So, you know, when you're reading, when you get to this part, it will lead you to want to read later on what's going on. Like, cause obviously like with a book, it takes you a bit longer to kind of get to the next part instead of like the anime. It's like, wow, he got hit by a truck, 5 seconds passed, and it's like, okay, he's in another world. Now it's not like that. So so like kind of like the impact is much more greater. Like when it's been presented in words instead of like animation. So like that's why it worked. But then like, you know, people started copying it. And then like they didn't even bother thinking about like how the character got transported to another world. Like I think ReZero is another pretty special ones because like I haven't read or watched the whole thing, but I imagine there's a reason why Subaru was the one being transferred to another world, or maybe there wasn't, but like, you know, I don't know. I haven't read the whole thing. But I think that was unique in that it kind of, how to say it, like the way that ReZero did the transportation was also to create another kind of shock. Cause like it was so simple that you didn't expect it. Like, you know, this guy, he walked out the convenience store. Like he was looking at his phone and then he looked up again and then suddenly he's in another world. You know, like that like it's because it's so simple. That's why it worked. Because like, again, it started as a novel. So as a reader, you reading it's like, wait, what the fuck? Did I miss something? Kind of thing. And like and like that's why it worked. But like some of the like besides the copy and paste, like some of them tried to like give like the characters. Well, this sounds really weird, but like more ways to die. But like some of them are just like so thoughtless that like it didn't help with anything. Like for example, like Reincarnated as a Slime. That one it's a really good series. I actually really like it. Like it's about world building. If you like to play any world building games or even a Sims kind of thing, I think that series would be for you. But I didn't like how Rimuru got killed because I don't know if it's mentioned in the novel if there was a reason, but like I watched quite a few YouTube videos and then like there didn't seem to be anyone explaining it, so I assumed that it didn't actually got explained. But basically, how the character got killed is that he was meeting with his old friend, and then somehow there's a random guy who charged out and stabbed him, and there wasn't even a reason. Like it wasn't even someone they knew. Like there was literally just a random guy charge out, holding a knife and stab him. And then I was like, how does this even work? Like, why?
I know, right? And on the topic of the drugs, like there is an actual article. So I found this in a Japanese site. Yeah. So I don't find this in a Japanese site. I found this on Facebook, but like, I tried to thread through the news as we were talking, and then like there was a source in like a Japanese site.
Oh yeah, and like then, the truck companies are saying like the anime is actually harming their reputation.
Yeah, I was like, this is I mean like I was about to mention that earlier, but I was like hesitant because like what if this is an Onion article, which Onion is, if you don't know, it is a website that is known for making hoax in good humor, but like nevertheless they are still hoaxes that was made for comedy. So I was like, this sounds like an Onion article, and then like, no, this is not an Onion article. This is a very real article about the truck industry, like blaming the anime industry for slandering them. My God,
that's actually so funny.
I know, right?
Yeah, and then oh yeah, and then there's this other one. Like I haven't watched. Oh, I think it was called Remonster.
Oh,
I haven't watched it, but like I've seen someone mentioning it, and then, like apparently this guy, the way he died was that he was going to work, and then he stepped out the door, and he had a heart attack and died.
Oh wait, no.
Was
That's
that
not it.
Remonster?
No, Remonster. He was also stabbed.
Oh,
he was also
wow.
he was stabbed, I think, by either his sister or his like his ex, and then like that kind of like gives the mystery on whether the one who stabbed him also goes to the other world. But like the unique part, if you may, that kind of like makes the anime a little bit weak is because they kind of like formatted the manga more or less into like a story, but more into like a diary that is written by the main character.
Okay.
So they always started with so this is the day, how many of after he moved into the other world, and then like what is the power that he gained on that day, because like basically the premise is the main character has a special ability that allows him to, when he eats something or someone, then he can gain whatever like the knowledge and skills of that person basically.
Oh god, it's the kind of stuff again.
Yep. So and then he turns into a goblin, so of course it becomes even more it is just there so that it is not more morally questionable that he as a human previously did that to another humans. But yeah. Anyway, if you it is basically like a slice of life in a fuck up world. So it's I don't think you will enjoy it. Yeah,
I mean, someone also compared to slime, so it's like if I'm already watching slime, then I don't feel there's a reason to watch that one.
Yeah,
and I heard that I saw that the animation just sucks ass.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like
nah.
nah, man.
Nah. I mean, like lots of the parts of the anime, it's a little bit not just the animation, but yeah, it's they have like some brave choices, and I think like speaking of brave choices, I mean like I was just rewatching Eurocamp season 3, and I was like, I think like previously I said like how disappointed I was in the series, but then again I just rewatched it, and then I kind of like see it in a different way now. I mean like they changed studio, and then like the new studio tried some new things. Unfortunately, it didn't work, but like I think like we need to encourage more kind of this reinterpretation, if you will, because like otherwise we will just got shoehorned into like one kind of interpretation, and then like in the end it's just the one thing that is good about the Japanese media industry, which is how diverse thing can be, will eventually die. So yeah, I guess I mean like that's also why we have like lots of light novels that is like just a copy of each other as well, right? Like because this is just a slight of reinterpretation, but like this world lives somewhere, and then let's just not hammer them into like, oh yeah, this is just another SAO clone. Although 90% of them are, but like 1%, 2%, it might lead into some new genre being developed. So like, let's let that be, because if anything, that is actually like someone's writing practice that should not have been published. Because like I think one of the because like I mean like whenever we talk about like part of the work being easy and being hard, I mean like in the end, like not everything needs to be hard. Like some of them like what you said earlier, right? You can choose like a trope just to start this, just to get the ball rolling, because like then the hardest part in writing is always going from the start to the finish. That's like yeah. So you easing up that part by choosing an easy trope. You probably choose some existing concepts. That is fine, especially if it's still your first work. You focus on the execution. Then you try to add your things, build things on top of it, little bit by bit, and then eventually you'll have a work on your own. That is one way. That is not the only way. So if it doesn't suit you, feel free to find your own way. I mean like that's how creativity works, right? You shouldn't just because one person say that this is how I do things doesn't mean it's the only single correct way. I mean like that's why we have one Lord of the Rings and not and not like 20 different Lord of the Rings, right?
I mean, I suppose I'm also kind of guilty on that per se, but like because like I'm still writing the fan fiction for Battle Spirit Saga, and then I do like, I wouldn't say copy, but like actually like, because like at the end I'm still only at chapter 2 right now, so it's not like I've sat down. It's like I'm set on like what I'm going to put in there. Like it's everything's ever changing, like all the ideas, but like at least in terms of initial ideas, like there are some things that I'm definitely like copying from my other creators and my other works. But like at least for me, especially since I'm aware that I'm always criticizing like all the like generic tropes and everything like that, like I do try to make them different. But then again, it's like I haven't actually published anything before, so it's easier said than done. So
exactly. And also I'm biased because I'm a programmer, right? So like one of the thing that they teach you, one of the most important principle that they teach you when you start learning software engineering is that do not reinvent the wheel. So like, of course, like if you need like for something that you use like a lot, like login, for example, like login, there wouldn't be that much of a change, except if Except if you are like a security company and then you needed some sort of encryption be added there, then you kind of have to break it down. And then even then, like there are some parts of the application that you are like a security company, so let's just focus on how you do the encryption, and the other things, if it's working, you don't need to make everything from scratch basically. And so we have a lot of templates. Although that kind of like although again the one that I mentioned earlier, it kind of like makes every single website that is made by like a smaller creator without access to like people who can do UX would actually ended up being the same. Yeah, I think like that's like when like people who are living the 90s internet, like 90s internet, the websites are, for lack of better words, are not that beautiful, but like you can kind of see like every single website has their own individuality to some extent. And then like the website generator started to appear, and then framework started to appear, and then people kind of like got shoehorned into like, this is the nicer design. Especially now, I mean like, same with you. I am also like, I'm using, whenever I'm making a website design now, because I'm not a UX designer, mostly I'm just relying on this library called Material Design. So it is kind of like a layout system that is developed by Google. So like you can be sure that the result will be presentable, but like whether it will bring out like your individuality and everything, probably not. But like it will look tidy, it will look presentable. So that's why if you are not well versed in design, then you can kind of like rely on those kind of tools to kind of like focus on what you want to actually show. Yeah. So again, so don't whenever you are still learning, it is going to be a long process. So don't be afraid to kind of like borrow from techniques from other places. I think like people who draws are really even more familiar with this, because I mean like everybody can draw a line, but like how do you know like one line is going to lead to a more comprehensive image in the end? Like you learn from other like more artists who already make like the actual like complete images, and then like okay, you see then okay, so they use this stroke to kind of like make a face or make a hand, and then you kind of like take this and then you build on it bit by bit, and then you eventually have your own art style. Oh my god, I've been trying to explain like all this thing that is going on my head, but clearly I wasn't intelligent, or unfortunately not even fuck. Oh, I am really incomprehensible right now. But you I hope you got my point. Learning is not learning is not an instant thing. And there is lots of ways you can kind of it's okay to adopt from other places, as long as you reach your goal, and eventually you will have something of your own. Yeah, that's a point. That's a point. Yeah, that's a point. Yeah. My goodness, it's also I think it's also the heat. I need to close my window just so that the echo wouldn't be that bad. And I already have my fan running, but like I don't think it's helping. I was too lazy to move it closer to me. I probably should have done that. But there's also it's also a little bit awkward because I don't think I have like a block in which I can put my fan in a place where it will be like by my work desk. So I just put it like near my bed, and then like also just not to make it too cold. But that's the point. That's the point. I'm my intelligence is dropping by the second just because of the heat. So anyway, Ayumu. We have speaking of intelligence running down, there's a funny number because like in next week, I think, because my memories also have been eroded to whatever is left, and that we have BS69 coming up.
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah, I don't know. Like in general, I think like we talked about this before the podcast, but like I think like I am really excited to play Battle Spirits right now, and especially I am looking forward to Age of Avengers. But like I look back into like because like Age of Avengers and BS69, their spoilers is pretty much done on the same days. Everything kind of got melted into each other, and then like, oh, I look at the card list and then like, oh, why don't I have like a specific feeling towards any of these cards? Well, probably mostly for this card, the full armor Gerudo Dragon, yeah. Because it has a manifest during your turn. It can take the card from any. It needs to be a contract and Walker Nexus that is cost 3 or higher. So we can use this in Aphrodite. I can use this in Saraswati even if I want to. And yeah, it basically refreshes your hand with her Hermesis effect. So you discard at least one card from your hand and then you draw 3 when it is summoned. And then flash during either attack step. Once per turn, if you have 5 or more Spirit or Nexus, this Spirit can refresh. Oh, that's not too shabby.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, you mainly use it for summon effect, but yeah, the level 2 effect can come in handy sometimes.
Yeah,
for sure. Like Eno was actually asking me if it's possible to use it in Huracan, and I was like, yeah, for sure. Like blue has such a low hand size. I think like this might work.
Oh,
like especially since it discard your whole hand as well. You can like you can literally just suddenly throw out 3 Gris Crash.
Oh, true. And then I think like the only problem would be then you needed to increase Huracan's cost first. So thankfully it doesn't require you to have like a contract and Walker Nexus that is originally cost 3 or higher. I think if you wanted to attack him in, you can kind of like use Saga Brave as well. So you brave your.
No, it's free. It's free counters or higher.
Oh, okay.
Bro.
I ended. Okay. Fuck. Forget what I just said. You can use Saga Brave regardless, but it's not connected to this card. Okay. My goodness. I think I probably should move my fan closer in the next episode, but yeah. Let's continue. Is there any particular card that you are interested in this set actually? Because like I think it's kind of like normal for us to be not that much excited because this is the second set of the saga. So like it's pretty much trying to wrap up what was supported in the first set, and then it's kind of like setting up for the next sets. So I think like if you're not playing Gaia, then I think there's not much to see. Although they are kind of like what's interesting in that area is more into like they are building up into so we have introduced Gaia as the first primordial. These are the possible. They kind of like hint at what are the possible. What I mean, like we know, like we kind of like know which gods will appear, but like what color they will be, kind of thing.
Yeah. So we were actually speculating that I think it's actually no, it wasn't Uranus. I think it was Nyx. So there's a god called Nyx.
Yep.
Mentioned the flavor tags. And I think someone speculated that it's going to be Darkling family. So purple. And then I think Uranus might be white or with flying fish. So basically, it feels like the whole primordial clan like it's focused on like just using really old families that were never supported before. So like Darkling and the flying fish, and then there's probably more, but you need to see what else there are. So like there's red, there's purple. In terms of green, maybe Parasite. Almost Gaudy Trooper.
Oh.
because they have the owl.
Yeah.
But like it's a weird one because the primordial clan is supposed to be Greek, but then you got this random owl which is Chinese.
Yeah.
And it's like
What? It's literally the yellow turban, isn't it?
Yeah, it's literally the yellow turban. Yeah, and he's actually also what's the word? Referencing a specific person. I don't know how to spell it. Shokaku. Oh, right, I remember now. Shokaku, or in Chinese, Zhang Jiao. Who is like was for like one of the leaders or something like that. Zhang Jiao. There you go. Oh, Zhang Jie. Yeah, my Mandarin sucks. And like he was actually the leader of the Yellow Turban. And he was also a leader of like one of the branch of Taoism. Which is, what do you call that in English? Let me see.
Well, Taoism is Taoism, right?
Taoism, no, but you have branches. How Christianity has several branches. Well. Yeah, it's way of the Taiping, or way of the Great Fleet. Great Peace. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the specific one, which is why like the owl is also like wearing kind of robes and everything like that, because like he's supposed to look like a kind of a Taoist leader.
I see.
I guess you can say, yeah. So like, but like that's not that is certainly a weird one. Like unless like Bandai is trying to make Primordial to be like not just limited to the Greek gods, but like just like everything that's ancient. It's like just like suddenly bring out like the ancient Chinese gods or something like that. I don't know. We don't know. But like yeah, that's definitely possible because like the owl is definitely a random one. I mean, we got Gaudy Troopers in like last set as well, but like, and we know that someone's gonna come, but like we don't know who's yet. And then so white we said there's flying fish. Yellow is definitely hard to pick because like you got quite a few ones. Confession.
We have Confession. We have
but Confession isn't old enough though. Magician might be one.
Probably.
Yeah. Toy Beast.
Toy Beast is already supported by Kenichi Aho.
That's Puppet Beast.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not Toy Beast.
Fuck.
Different. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Toy Beast is Shogun.
Okay.
As in like small toys. Puppet Beast is Dogun, as in like moving toys.
I see.
It's different. Yeah, but it might be Toy Beast. Oh, actually, it's Songbird.
Oh, imagine though. Finally, the Pantan is coming back.
Maybe, yeah.
But I think it might leave
Toy Beast more because like Toy Beast doesn't have anything yet. Like they don't have any archetypes. Like Songbird, you got the Pantheon archetype, but like Toy Beast literally has nothing.
Yeah.
So 31 cards. All of them are random stuff. Yeah. And then blue. What will we have in blue?
Yeah, blue is like something that I think like blue they really spam like Fighting Spirit and
Fighting Beast. Yeah,
and
might be
Fusion
Fighting Beast. But like blue ones they might bring out the Fighting Beast or the Creator.
I
would lean towards Fighting Beast because like Creator kind of had their own thing for a while, but like Fighting Beast again literally has nothing.
Yeah,
they actually have an archetype called the Battle Beast, but like that's about it. How many cards do I have? 39 cards. Because like the latest cards were actually the Evangelion cards, like 3 of them. Because like you got the Evangelion Unit 2 Beast form kind of thing. So that's why it has like the Fighting Beast family. Really random. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do have some things going on, which I'm actually looking forward to see. I mean, to be fair, we still have like the lava fish family. Hopefully, we get something out of that, but I doubt.
Yeah, it's really hard because Gaia is already red, but like I
Yeah,
really
so we
wanted.
got the red harpies.
Yeah, I just wanted to see lava fish, actually having like a playable tech, because I really like creatures who are like constantly going to just question like, why do I even exist? Like if they will see their grandwalker back into their ass and like, father or mother, like why do I need to exist? Why do you bring me into this world?
No, I think it's just very interesting in general to like have a deck of fish.
Yes.
Yeah, because like I don't know, you don't see that often in other card games.
Yeah.
Not even Vanguard actually. You know, Vanguard you got a lot of random stuff, but like I guess the closest thing you have in fish is Bermuda Triangle. But you can't even call them fish because they're freaking mermaids.
Yeah.
With like half human bodies, but like I'm very interested to try to use a deck full of fish.
Yes. Exactly. Just and then like just as a joke, I will make like I will just get a blue playmat and like see this is my pawn. I will just use the blue playmat and then I will use like a gray sleeve and then like, yep, this is my fish pawn. Welcome.
No, you need to make it red because it's a lava fish. You need lava.
Oh, right. And then for the flying fish, I just use like a starry sky because they're flying in the sky.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are flying, but like some of them also swimming. So it's a weird one.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to like the Hermes deck, just because I really want to use the Keroro cards.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully they're not too expensive, but yeah.
So yeah, for those who didn't know, so basically they are doing the PSS stuff. So they are doing like a skin collab. If you may, a skin collab. Yeah, skin as in like if you play like video games, like like sometimes you can have like skins of your characters change. So they look different, but like they function still function the same. So that's what they are doing with the Hermes and the Keroro series. So they basically have certain Hermes support that they introduced in this set, but as Keroro cards. Yeah. Oh my god, that's harder to explain than I thought it would be, but yeah.
Yeah, so like I really wanna use them.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, talking about green cards though. You know how Hurricane has a. I always keep calling it hurricane because of the word hurricane, but I know the god is called Huracan.
Yeah.
But like that is where the word hurricane came from.
Yeah.
But yeah, Huracan contract field. Like like everything has to heavy exhaust to attack or block. If like every cost in your trash is in the family, the Devotee, Roaring Asura, or Groundwalker.
Yeah.
And people might actually find a way to get this around. Cause you know how you have a lot of cards that can return to your hand in end step.
Yeah.
So you just play them and disable the contract field so you can attack normally.
Exactly.
End step, take that card back, and then like your opponents now have to attack by heavy exhausting.
Yeah. My goodness.
That is actually so dumb. Like, oh my god, didn't even think about that.
Yep.
And I think the best cost to use in here is either Flower Dance Draw, but you don't really get a lot of 3K or less now, do you? But like that's one card. And then, but like the other one I'm thinking of is actually called Burete Saki. It's a
because it's
a cost. Yeah, it's a cost 2 green magic. Well, I mean the original card was in BS 18. Yeah, BS 18, but like it got a revival version in BS 47. And actually, the burst effect is pretty useful.
Oh yeah, I think it can heavy exhaust one spirit or something like a lot.
Yeah, so so heavy exhaust and opposing spirit or ultimate, then refresh one of your spirits. So like it's actually really good. And like the burst condition is when the opponent activate as summon effect or one effort effect.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it includes ultimate as well. So wow. Yeah. So like it's actually a really good counter against like the old contract decks. So like I might play 2 copies of this, not gonna lie, for the burst effect. And like the card's also cheap enough for you to just put it to the trash by paying 2 costs and then like disable the contract field. But like another one that I was thinking of is actually just play 3 copies of like the Revival Strong Draw. It's like you can just set one down as Mirage, use the other one, and then end step, take it back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's actually can work.
Yeah. I mean, granted, you need 3 blue spirits on the field, so like you need to guarantee that your opponent can't do anything. But yeah, that's definitely another choice. So
yeah, now you know.
Yeah, like Huracan actually looks really fun. It just looks really wacky, I guess. I mean, to be fair, like like all the decks introduced in this set are kind of seems like pretty unique to play. I mean, obviously you've got Gaia. I mean, red destroying your own Narcissus isn't the first time. We got a what's that thing called? What's that kaiju called? I can't remember.
Which one? Like how do you describe this kaiju?
Don't worry,
does it have a gold?
Yeah,
how does it have a gold?
I know which set it's in.
Yeah.
It's called Gomora. There you go.
Oh yeah.
yeah. We got Gomora destroying your own Narcissus and do effects. But well, it was really bad at that time because Ultimate just came in and they can't do shit against Ultimates. But obviously this time we have Gaia, which like kind of does a better job at it, obviously, because it's one of the main set cards, and it's so obviously supposed to be major, one of the major deities as well. So, you got something going on. So like kind of red Nessus control. It's definitely the first time you see that. So like I mean, I call it red, but then like for some reason all her Nessus are like just like different colors for whatever reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will see. Actually, one interesting thing that people point out is that the clan symbol on the card. So like the primordial, you know like how each clan has like a symbol. Like look at Huracan. Behind the text you got the one for Ululika. And then for Gaia, I think so. For primordial gods in general, the symbol is still the older symbol, but it's flipped vertically. So if you compare to Hermes, yeah, there's a really interesting design right there. I really like that part. It's just some little things,
got that right.
That like Bandai actually pays attention to. But to be fair, can't even give credit to Bandai. It's the developers. Like Battle Spirits, you gotta admit, it's really lucky that like, I mean, I can't say the same about Saga, but at least for the Japanese one, they have some very passionate developers. I mean, I still miss Yaki, like, because like, I think obviously everyone would have probably done something questionable, but at least with Yaki, you could sense that he actually loves the game, and then like there was so many times that like he tried to fix a lot of things, while also like just like trying to introduce kind of different ideas to the games and anything like that.
Yeah.
So like I really enjoy having Yaki as a producer. I mean, I don't know about Nashipi now, but like also like he hasn't really done much recently, has he? Like, I haven't actually heard about anything from him.
Yeah, true.
And also in terms of like what do you call that? The producer letters. Yaki definitely wrote a lot more than Nashipi, I would say. Hey, but then again, it's
it's different style.
Different style, and like it's the 10-year anniversary of Diva, and they actually did something with it.
Yeah. So thank you, Nashipi.
So thank you, Nashipi.
You actually did something good for once.
I mean, have you seen the tweet? Like, apparently we're getting a short manga from the art album that we bought.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's gonna be a short manga drawn by the artist of Mu.
Mu.
Yeah.
Mu.
Yeah, Mu. I like to call Mu more than Mu because it just sounds better. It's like Mu.
Oh.
No. Yeah. So we got something going on. I'm glad that I ordered that with you.
Yeah, I know, right? Thank goodness. The one Diva art book we can finally get. I can finally get. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I got the 2 previous ones as well.
Yeah. I will
I'm gonna thank my mom for that. She helped me bought both of them, I think.
Yeah.
She definitely helped me bought the one with Leo, but like the second one, because I was in Hong Kong. But I think the Nova one I bought it myself. But yeah, art books, one of those things that like you just keep it on the shelf and like it kind of like just like rarely actually take them out. It's more like a collection things. But actually, when I go back to Hong Kong, I do take them out and just have a look at like the artworks. Like so nice, like this kind of thing.
I know, right?
Like right before like we go out for dinner and everything like that. You know, you got like the time period where you're waiting for your mom to get her makeup on, and then you can't really do anything else. And I just take the art book. I was like, pretty arts. And then
I know, right? It's also same. Also, especially because we had the 10th anniversary memorial book, and like the 15th anniversary memorial book. Yeah, you can see a message from me.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. I should have sent one as well. I missed the chance.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll wait for the 20th anniversary.
We're definitely going to do that again.
Yeah.
And I just check out the manga. There's Sackler. Whoa.
Yes, there is Sackler. Yeah.
I need to personally thank the artists. They did a really good job. They picked the right girls.
I mean, I'm sure they always welcome some thank you letters and stuff like that. Now that I think about it, we should do it more to like artists and anything like that. I mean, I'm actually thinking about sending a message to Shosuke Sensei just to say, I really love your annihilation design.
Also, he did some fancy stuff for Bellsbeard Saga as well. Like
for sure. Did he do something special, or do we just mean that he drew for Saga?
He drew for Saga.
Yeah.
The glue fault.
But like, I mean, we definitely got some very nice eye candies like within this month, like both in terms of like the Japanese game and also Saga.
Oh yeah,
like Saga got a lot of good arts.
Like
the anniversary rares are definitely like spectacular.
Yeah.
But
I think I have downloaded some that I really like. So where is it?
Yeah, and I need to find them as well. It's actually so annoying. Then they haven't updated the official page yet. It's like, why?
Yeah. When like this Steam Port Factory, I don't know if I want to use it, but like I want it just for the Alice. I probably should have made this a little bit more. I mean, like they are all like how to say, they are neatly lined into like 4 images, and then I probably should have loaded the one on the rightmost because I kind of wanted to talk about the girls first, and then. There's a special guest for Ayumu. His husband, of course. They don't have Diva and BSS, but they kind of like try to push it with the Valkyries.
Yeah, that's why I thought it's like they don't want to make it a full archetype yet. So it's more like they kind of label the Ice Princesses as divas because it's supposed they have a similar role in the lore.
Yeah.
like both in the Japanese one and in the Japanese one, I mean, but like, because like in the Japanese one, like the ice princesses were the original divas as well.
Oh.
Yeah, especially in the lore before Lolo changed the world. Like the ice princesses, they kind of use their voices to calm the people down, and like they have their own powers, kind of thing. So like they were some cast as like divas. Like the title is diva, but obviously they were ice princesses. And then I suppose like the role kind of overlapped. I mean, to be fair, later on, like after the age of Lolo, they kind of dropped the trope already. Like kind of a lot of the ice princesses are more like,
more
I don't
like
know,
warriors.
Yeah, warriors. And then like later on, in Athens Saga, they went back to the goddesses trope because obviously they were copying the original lore. So like, and then like for those who haven't noticed already, is like all the ice princesses in Saga right now are something related to the Norse mythology. So like Fula and everything like that. Like Fula is definitely from Norse. I was actually checking things last night because I'm just gonna say it here, but like I'm writing a script for my next fashion trivia video. Hopefully I can get that out soon. But we got Fula, and then Bridget. I think Bridget is a goddess as well. The Valkyries, we don't even have to mention that. They're all like sisters.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh no, Bridget is someone else. Oh, she's actually from Irish mythology.
Oh,
damn. Yeah,
it's
so
getting even deeper.
Yeah, Bridget, meaning the exalted one, is a goddess of pre-Christian Ireland. She appears in Irish mythology as a member of the, what the hell is this? Tuatha De Danann.
It's Irish.
Oh yeah, it's a supernatural race, and the daughter of the doctor and wife of Bress, with whom she had a son named Radan.
Yeah,
that's some interesting words.
Indeed.
So yeah, I only realized now. I didn't know that Bridget is Irish. Where's Skadi from? I know Skadi's another goddess.
Yeah.
Skadi,
I think it's also Norse. I think it's one of the beasts that
it's Norse as well. Yeah.
I think it was one of the beasts that is accompanying. That's like signaling the Ragnarok.
I don't know. So apparently, what is this word? A Jotun. A Jotun is a type of being Germanic mythology. Okay. So Skadi is a Jotun and goddess associated with bow hunting, skiing, winter, and mountains.
Okay. So I remember the wrong thing. I just remember. I mean, like, because
Skadi was holding a bow.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's mostly because I back then when I was still playing Vanguard, I really liked they have like for Genesis they have like Genesis, most of their units are based on the Norse mythology, right? Or like
what Genesis?
The Genesis and Vanguard.
Oh, are they? Yeah. I didn't know.
Yeah, because like they won.
I wasn't interested.
Yeah, because like one of their notable units are Minerva, which is Roman, so let's not count that. Then we have Yggdrasil, which is Norse, and then we have Fenrir as the main unit.
Yeah, which is also Norse.
Which is Norse, yeah.
I didn't know that Skadi was a goddess until like there's some people in the server was talking about fake Grand Order.
Of course.
And then and they were like, oh, I drew Skadi, and it's like, oh, wait a second, Skadi's an actual thing.
Yeah. Indeed she is.
I mean, I should have expected they're all like ice princesses. And yeah, Air, like the one from starter deck that no one uses, it's also Norse, I believe. Air goddess. There's too many things calling air. God damn it. Okay. Oh, she was a Valkyrie as well. Interesting. Interesting. Because it doesn't mention that in her name. I don't know about Saga though. Let me see. Saga goddess. Okay, yes, she is Norse. In Norse mythology, Saga, Old Norse pronunciation, probably meaning series. A woman too sad to have an ability to foretell future events. It's a goddess associated with the location Sokwabets, meaning sunken bench or treasure bank. At Sokabes, Saga and the god Odin merrily drink as cool waves flow. I don't know what that means, but but why is she a librarian then? In Saga, I mean, interesting. I mean, I suppose a fortune teller would read quite a lot of books as well.
True.
I mean, you know that reminds me of like one of the what do you call it? Toho characters that I really like, and mainly because of a theme. But like, she's called Pacholi Knowledge.
Oh yeah.
Like I mean, you look at them; the design actually looks pretty similar. And like also Library Girl. And then but like I just really love the battling theme. Because basically the way I found it out was that like I was playing this other game, Chinese game called Tower Saviors, and then like in the early days they were like kind of like framed for like copying a lot of things, because like obviously the game basically copied Puzzle and Dragon. Like a lot of the things are so obviously copied. And then, like people also start to look into their music and everything like that. And like they were saying that one of the battle themes sounded like the theme of Pacholi from Toho. And so I was like, so I was just listening to it. Well, actually, this sounds really similar.
Of course.
But then that's also why I love Pacholi's theme, because like the way, just like how I found it. And I need to get into Toho, but like I always can't be bothered. There's so many things.
No, you don't need to. But anyway,
I want to know the story. I don't really need to play, but like but Callista is Greek. Actually, no, that's Callisto. I don't know if they're the same person.
We will find out sooner or later. And I think I kind of like how they kind of like in this Nexus, they kind of like pictured Alice as being happy-go-lucky, like enjoying her life, while in Battle Spirit she was like she started as a thief and then like she ended up being servant of the Void Lords. And no, the Darkstones, sorry. So it's like, oh, she's living a really peaceful life in Saga.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then we have your husband who refused to die.
My husband though? All
Curse
right.
Dragon.
All right. Yeah. Oh, that looks really cool though. I do like the Nessus. Like I think I might use the Nessus in my deck. Actually, my current draft, I do put one copy of it. Because I think 3 copies of what do you call it? Amethyst Sanctuary is too much.
So
it's like it's just I might put 1 copy of Dark Coffin Caven in there, just in case I need the curse. The level 2 of that isn't not gonna be too useful, but like since I use backlist, that might come in handy, because like backlist already put them down and left 1 core as well.
Oh no, it's during your attack step. Sorry about that. I thought like I thought you can kind of like do like a Bacillus and then you summon Curse Dragon and you kill your own Bacillus and then but it's not.
You can't do that, but you can do it in Nemesis and Deadly Balance and
That's what you can do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so like you still got quite a lot of choices there. It's just a shame that like we don't have any better undead cards. Because like Modem just fucking sucks. They try to make a new archetype, and then at the end they gave the archetype to Eva 13.
Yeah.
Which is like completely unrelated. So it's like, well, now they're useless.
Yeah. Well, I guess. Yeah, and then we have, of course, the poster boy of Saga.
I mean, it's still Sequel, so it's still the same person, just changed. So
true.
I thought when they say they seal him, it's like just locking him in a room. I didn't expect it to be some kind of BDSM going on right there.
Oh, that's good. That's Con Art 18 really quick, but yeah. Needed to censor that now. Gotta bring out the gun show this in a Christian manga now. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really cool art, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Especially since it looks like it's like in a church setting as well. Something like a church. So like, there's like that's like the kind of like holiness you got in there, which is like weird to say because the whole thing looks really cursed.
Yeah.
But like it, I think that actually makes it a lot better. It's like how like because like the way it looks is that like you have like a normal church, but then like underground you got this huge thing just chained up. And I think I love those kind of settings. So like. Yeah, it's a really nice one.
Indeed. And it also kind of gives us like a look into like because like we only hear from the story on how like Silkworm after the battle he chooses to seal himself, and then now we can see how that is actually still happening. Like 700 years after he did that.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, we don't know if it's still happening, but yeah.
Oh, yeah,
and I think the best part is that you got like the contrast on like Volcanic Island. It's just like Sequel looking peacefully at sunset.
Oh yeah.
And then it's just like wow.
Wow.
like I mean like that one story definitely didn't make me sad because like why would you just kill the poster boy like right at the beginning in the trailer as well? Jesus Christ. But like now that like you've gone through 4 sets and then like Sequel actually had some kinds of like development, I guess. You can't even call that development. It's just some change. It's just some physical changes, let's be honest. But then like you then have the contrast of like just him looking at the sunset, just like kind of the good old days kind of thing. It's like, oh, okay, now I'm getting a little bit sentimental.
Why did they do that to our boy? That's fucked up.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like, wow, it's supposed to be the poster boy, now he's just gone.
Indeed, it's like why did you do that before the game even began?
I mean, granted, it's not actually that. Like, I kind of expect actually what might happen is that like the current spirits can't deal with like the skybinders, and it's like, oh, we can't deal with them. We need to unleash the Sequel mirror, and it was like,
oh,
that would be funny. But I think that might happen. To be fair,
yeah, I think I can really see that. And then maybe through some mishaps, they will split, and then we will get a new era and then a new Silkworm.
Maybe.
Yeah. Then that will be actually probably pretty nice. And then in the end, like the real threat comes, and then like Silkworm defeated Era, but he decided to just reabsorb Era into himself, and then it becomes so. So the new Silkworm will be red, the new era will be purple, and then the new Silkworm era will be red purple. Yeah.
Ooh, that might work.
Yeah.
That actually might work.
Yeah.
That might be a hint. Might be a hint.
Yeah.
No, but like I was actually thinking more of a simpler line because like, of like him just absorbing the power of Asclepius.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds way more likely, to be fair. And it's like, make it even more powerful. It's like, oh no, we need to lock him down again. It's like, okay, you done your job. Go back to your fucking prison.
Yay. But then again, like even in BS, like Stickworm and Apollo, Stickworm and Stick Apollo Dragon and Stick Vegeto Worm Nova is like really loosely related to each other. So like maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe he will become the Sagittarius. Who knows?
To be fair, yeah, that might be possible as well. Since like they just love like I mean they're linking a lot of Japanese lore into this now, so suppose there might be a mix in there.
Yeah. So the ace for the light guider will again be most likely the Sagittarius. The Leo will be the one that is actually playable. Most likely. History is going to repeat itself, isn't it?
Oh yeah, like no one actually used Sagittarius Worm, did they?
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's not Sagittarius Worm. It's Sagittarius Apollo Dragon.
Oh yeah.
Sagittarius Worm is a different thing.
Yeah. Sagittarius Nova, I think like some people still use them sparingly.
Sagittarius Nova? You mean Grand Sagittarius Nova?
And the second form, I think like yeah, I guess. I mean, like if you play like the X Galaxian build, well, maybe no, but yeah.
Oh, that's what you. You mean Sagittarius Apollo Dragon 10?
I know the Sagittarius Worm Nova.
Oh, the Cost 9 Athens
yeah,
one.
The Cost 9 that one.
Yeah. People still play that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like it still destroys 20,000 or lower. It's not going to be bad that soon.
Actually burn 3 lives to the 4. Why the heck not?
Yeah.
Now, have you seen the new FCG video?
Was
it FCG? I think it was FCG because I don't think W1 does that. But like basically they were playing Petit Fanil with Spirit Center.
Oh yeah, the Zodiac Apollo Dragon. Yeah, with the Zodiac Apollo Crimson or.
No. They were playing. No. They play Spirit Center.
Oh
and
yeah.
Summon like the cost 12 Galaxy Dragon off the deck top. It's like open 12.
Yeah.
It's like 3 spirits with double symbol. And a Sagittarius Worm swing destroy 20k or less.
Yeah.
and then or like just somehow he has the whole combo in hand. It's like summon a Galaxian, swing, stack 2 lives to 4, refresh.
Like what is happening now? I thought
that shit looks so fun.
I know, right? The gacha deck in general is like whenever you saw someone playing, it's like what the fuck? This sounds like the funniest Chang shit ever.
Yeah, and it actually works. Yeah. And then what was I going to say?
Yeah, I think I'm only missing the Spirit Santa. Probably I can skip the Spirit Santa Golden Eye.
No, you can't. That's literally the whole point. But like, I'm glad they finally updated the Q&A because I do question myself every time I try to explain. But like, basically because Petty Stark has a new X-Rare. I wouldn't call it a finisher.
Yep.
Which is I'm not even going to try to say the whole name because I can't remember. I don't know how to translate that on the spot. It's Shario Nicer. There we go.
Yeah, Shario Nicer.
Shario Nicer, yeah. Which have a very unique effect of summoning an opposing spirit from their hand.
Yep.
And then force it to attack.
Yep.
So and then because of that, Bandai finally answered kind of like a very obvious question, but like it was never officially answered, which is can the opponent use zero counter? And the answer is yes.
Yes.
You cannot do that because you're the one doing the summon, but your opponents can.
No. Nice.
Yeah. So like that's a very interesting one. So like you can legitimately have a scenario where you see your opponent's hand and then like you gotta summon something, and you also see that there's a Zero's barrier in the corner saying hello to you. It's like, fuck.
It's like, oh, that this is awkward, but okay.
Yeah, but like the funniest thing is like the whole effect is mandatory.
Oh.
Like literally from seeing their hand, summoning a spirit is all mandatory. So like if you put this card out onto the field, you have to do that.
Oh my god.
So I was like, haha, I just fucked myself up.
It's like, okay, so I will use the zero counter to destroy the spirit on the left. Do you want to block? It will watch its friends dice while standing.
Yeah,
one by one.
It's just like so funny as well. It's like, oh, thank you for helping me summon my control spirit out.
Yeah.
Now destroy yours, and mine still attack if possible.
I know, right? Like, thank you.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Imagine you pull out this Fermion.
Oh my god.
That'd be so funny. That'd be so funny. It's like, fuck, that's the only card.
I know, right? Yeah, imagine if you only have like one card left, and then like you pick into opposing hand, and it's like the Fermion. No, I think like that. That Fermion is the one who increases the. Oh yeah, it actually is. My god.
Yeah.
And then like
and treat us colors as well. So fuck your purple one.
My god, it's an infernal lord, by the way. You can attack this guy in Hades.
There you go. Oh god, that'd be so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, like, cause like, I was reading through all the Q&As today, cause I have to update wiki.
Yep.
And like, there's this very funny interaction with Purple Fu, which is like the new Kinish Ahau X-Rare. I mean, the rule actually makes sense, but like, it's just funny that like you only realize now when when they actually state it out, because like Purple Fu has the effect of like, it's a spirit, so it's supposed to stay in the field, and then like it has this effect of when manifest / attacks. During this turn, the opposing spirit or ultimate cannot attack or block. Then, once per turn, same name. During this turn, when your life or the opposing lives increase or decrease, activate the effect again. And the Q&A says that after you activate the effect, even if Purple Fu is removed from the field into another area, the effect will still repeat itself if the condition allows.
Ooh.
And that includes if it goes back to the hand or deck, aka any private areas. So basically, you had this really funny situation of like, oh right, you got an effect to activate, don't you? Oh, that like, and then it was like, yeah, but what was the effect again? Well, now we can't check because it's in your deck right now.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's. Oh my god.
But like, if you think about it, it actually happens quite a lot already. But like, just that we never realized it because fortunately we're some very good players.
Yeah.
But like, basically, it's the same situation of you activating a magic effect, and then you return it to the deck. It's basically the same thing. So like, it already happened. It's already a very usual thing, but it's just very funny to think about it when they actually state it out now. That I know the effect actually lingers and activate again. Now you have to memorize the effect.
Oh no. We need tokens now just to remind us. My goodness.
Yeah. And then I got another interesting Q&A, which is back to Huracan. And not necessarily just Huracan, but like it kind of came up because Huracan exists. But like basically it says that when an opposing spirit when an opposing spirit heavy exhausts, and then you are about to activate one exhaust effect, basically like Green Well Rebirth, etc. But the opponent used the on attack effect first, and then refresh the spirit once to exhaust state. And in that moment, you cannot activate Green Well Rebirth because technically it has refreshed.
Okay.
Yeah, so instead you cannot activate any one source effects, but instead you can activate one refresh effect.
Oh,
That's gonna fuck some people up.
I know, right? How do you even know that? My goodness.
And that's why they updated the Q&A, which thank God.
Yeah,
they
thank
did.
goodness
But
they did. If they don't,
well, I put it on Hooligans page as well, so hopefully people read. But most of the time they won't.
Yeah, I needed to frame that one as well. I don't know if I've talked about this in the podcast, but like I actually like jokingly, I actually like printed one of your quotes, and I actually like physically framed them.
You didn't tell me about that.
Have I not?
I don't think you did. No.
No,
I mean, granted, I do have pretty bad memories, but I'm pretty sure you didn't tell me about that because I wouldn't remember that. If it's something about me, usually I remember about it. So,
yeah, I remember I shared it in your server, but like I'm not sure whether you have seen it or not. Wait, I will send you the
probably
picture.
I might not have seen it yet. Then.
My goodness.
Oh, we're talking for like an hour, more than an hour already. I'm still trying to fix the eyes of like the drawings I'm doing.
It
so
takes
hard.
Time. It takes time.
Why is I hate drawing eyes? For God's sake.
Yeah.
Because because like hands. At least with hands, you have like how do you call it? Like a fixed position for you to draw. Like you drew your arms, and then now you need to extend that part to become hands. That was it. Yeah. I remember seeing the monkey, but I didn't realize like you actually you actually got the message out. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like so one day someone in Ayumu's server basically just said that Bandai never fails to give good reprints. And then in response, Ayumu simply replied with a picture of the monkey. Which if you are not familiar, so we used to have.
I think it's better if you send the actual screenshot, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that I actually like printed this thing, but yeah. I mean like there's a one happy accident there because like I think I didn't get to print everything like completely. But like because of that that part being cut, like the reprint being cut, it actually kind of adds to the comedy that way.
Really? I mean, you can't see the actual thing then.
Yeah.
It's not really understandable, but like I suppose if the viewers squint their eyes, you might be able to read it.
True. Maybe one day, maybe after this episode is out, I'll post it in the community post so you guys can look at it in its full glory. Then you will understand why it is so funny. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god! Like I'm looking like some previous chat right now, and then, like someone made this meme when Hades was first released. Like, so like that was before the loot was banned. And then why did I download that? I didn't mean to download that. Why did what? But basically, like imagine you're playing Hades, and then opponent's like, I'm gonna put down the meta necessity. You cannot call charge. You cannot use summon effect. You cannot use cost in your trash. And like the Hades player, well, you is gonna be like, I'm gonna increase the level cost for the necessities and deplete them. And then like. And the opponent's like, armor, full immunity. And then you just go, colorless, cannot be prevented.
Yeah.
And the opponent goes, God break, feel magic. And then they just go, and it goes, V5, discard your magic as well. And so like they were using the meme. I mean, let me try to share
Oh yeah,
this to you.
The two guys arguing meme, right?
Yeah, the two guys arguing me, and then like the other guy just like threw his chair. So like you have every answer, and then you just gonna start looping with Triton.
My god. That is indeed cinema.
Oh, they're so good.
Uh-uh.
Oh, there you go, found
Oh,
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna edit it on the video later anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, kind of because the thing is I kind of wanted to make sure that we properly credit the creator if it is him, but yeah. Whoop.
Yeah. Oh my god. I made this meme about Bandai as well. That was like during the depressing times of Saga. I mean, it's still pretty depressing right now, but I guess like with Sapphire coming out, people are like happier about it.
Okay, I can show it. Oh yeah, I can show it. Turns out. Wait. What the anyway? Yeah. So yeah. Just to okay. Let's remove that. Okay. Now everything is fine. Okay. But anyway, where were we? Yeah.
Where were we?
Yeah, I guess like yeah, same.
That's what I did.
Yeah, I feel like the one in the BS05 certainly card wise excites me more than BS69. Turns out BS69, the thing that I was kind of like not looking forward to is like how many Nexus destruction that they Nexus removal that they added into the game. So I was like, oh no, not this anymore. I'm just going to play and loop Apocarimon for fuck's sake. No.
Yes, I mean, I suppose the Saga Sapphire also like. I mean, to be fair, if I have to be honest, I don't really care about either of them.
True.
I just care about BS69 because of Keroro. But like, yeah, I really want to use the Keroro deck.
Yeah.
For my bank account, man. I'm gonna buy that shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, don't mind me. I already spent like 700 Hong Kong dollars on trying to stock up my Diva cards because I need the old ones to to actually build some new decks, and then another 1,000 Hong Kong dollars on the full play set of BSC 43, including campaign promos and all the double X rares. 3 copies each.
Yep.
Yeah, 1,000 Hong Kong dollars. It's like £100. So maybe like 95 euros.
Not bad.
So it's actually a really good deal. Yeah. Like thank you, Toki, for finding that for me. I need to treat this legend for a meal.
Yeah.
When I wanted to go back to Hong Kong, because it was actually such a miserable journey, you can say. Like I tried to look everywhere for like to get a full play set. But like because it's such a big set, like you told me that Cardboard Collectibles doesn't have a full play set.
Yeah.
Well, they only have like one full play set, which you know they can't just sell it like that.
Yeah.
So I cannot get a full play set from Cardboard Collectibles as usual. And then so after that, I had to ask my friends in Hong Kong to see if they can find any, and then or like if any of them are opening cases, and then like it was this time that Toki forgot to buy a case.
Oh.
he usually does because like he's a full Diva player, so like he usually buys a case whenever a Diva comes out. But this time he forgot about it, so he had to look for a full playset himself as well.
And
also because of that, yeah, but also because of that, so he found someone selling full playset, and then he knew that I'm also looking for one. So they asked the same seller, "Do you have another full playset?" And originally the seller said yes, but no campaign promos and double X rare. So I was like, that's fine. I'll just try to look for them in other ways. So Tokyo was like, okay, I'll get them. And then for some reason, I don't know how he did that, but like later on he told me actually is now selling it with double X rare and campaign promos for $1,000 Hong Kong dollars, not US dollars. So I just have to remind the listeners, because you might miss out the details. 1,000 Hong Kong dollars, which is actually not a lot when you convert to US dollars. And so I was like, sure, I'll take that. Take my money.
Yeah.
Like,
finally.
Absolute legend. And I need to treat him to a meal when I go back.
Yeah. And then yeah, I mean like 4 years not being in Asia kind of like warps my sense of money because like I mean like we have inflation in Europe as well, but it doesn't feel as bad here for some thankfully. But yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It definitely feels a bit worse in the UK here. Like
I mean, oh yeah.
What was it? Some of them but I suppose like at the end, if you know where to buy, it's kind of alright. But for example, noodles, instant noodles. What was that one called that you call in
Pot
English?
noodles. Which one?
No.
Shin ramen, bulldog.
No, something damai. I don't know how to call it.
Demai.
Damai ramen.
Yeah, Nissin demai. Yeah.
Yeah, Nissin damai. Yeah. That one used to be like what 50 pence a pack.
Yep.
Now it's like 75 pence a pack.
Oh.
Yeah, which is like comparatively quite a lot. And then also like in terms of eggs in Tesco, they were like 6 of them. It used to be 90 pence, which was like 4 years ago. I'm getting old. It used to be 90 pence. Now it's like £1 20 pence. Or 6 of them. So it's like Jesus Christ. Yes, but like fortunately, Tesco also sell the eggs in other ways. If you go to the bigger Tesco stores, like if you like go to the express one, basically like convenience store size,
you don't do that.
Then like they I think it's not just Tesco, but most of the time, because like they pick on the convenient part of like this marketing system. So like everything is actually a bit more expensive than if you go to the bigger stores. So when I go grocery shopping, I always go to the bigger ones because like they were like selling eggs, 10 of them for £2. So basically, is it cheaper actually? No, I think so.
Is it?
Actually, no.
Actually, no.
Actually, no. I can't remember it's £2 or.
Yeah, because like if it's £2, then like 12 of the previous egg is like 1.8, so it's like still cheaper just to buy like 2 packs from the previous one.
I don't know. I'll double check later.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, the story.
Because I'm pretty sure it's cheaper. Because I just can't remember the exact price.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I've calculated before. But even then, funny enough, if I go to Marks and Spencer, it's actually cheaper than Tesco.
My God.
What
does it world become?
For the eggs. Oh yeah, because that one for sure. But like because it's so cheap, that like usually they run out quite a lot, quite quickly as well. Because like it was like that one, I can guarantee it's actually really cheap because it was like 15 eggs for £2 something. Yeah. So that one for sure is cheap. But yeah, guy, I'm the kind who like just go out quite late. So like usually they just run out already. Yeah, because I'm definitely not an early person. And like I'm not desperate enough to the point I'm gonna wake up at 9 a.m. to go to Marks and Spencer to get some eggs, you know.
Neither do I. I'm broke and I wouldn't do that.
So yeah, just inflation. I think inflation kind of going to the UK.
Yeah,
definitely a bit more.
I mean
in Europe.
Yeah, I guess so. Because like I think like the worst thing that happened to me is like doner kebab going up from €4 to €6, but it's like at some point it becomes €7 and then now it goes back to €6. So I guess things are starting to go back to normal ? But yeah, anyway, the story is my sister is currently having a vacation in Indonesia. I kind of want to go as well, but I still have to take care.
I mean, my little brother is also in Hong Kong right now.
Yeah. So,
actually, he just got COVID, but I think.
I see. Oh well.
Yeah, he got COVID like I don't know, like 2 days ago.
My God.
But I think it's kind of alright right now.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, COVID is like almost like nothing now. Like
Oh,
if it's on like a really young child and or like an old person, okay, yeah, it might be serious. But like, you know, my brother's like, shit, I have to actually calculate.
Yeah, no, I mean like now he's probably
20
vaccinated.
years old. There we go. Yeah, so he's fine.
Yeah, I mean like he's probably vaccinated, and now
he definitely was. Yeah.
Yeah, and then now the hospital is not as crowded, so like he will get the help in time anyway. So yeah.
I mean, it's Hong Kong. Like we don't. I mean, I don't mean to like, you know, put down the other people, but like I'm just trying to say, at least for my family, we kind of have enough money to go to individual doctors instead of like government hospital. So yeah, he's fine.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we are keep on getting distracted. Anyway, so the story was my sister went to the a convenience store in Indonesia, and then she bought like
actually, no,
and then she bought like and then I think like she bought like 5 items, and then costed her like 100K or 200K. So it's like, what what do you mean by that? It's like, oh. I mean, like, granted.
No, I just actually bought a PS5. That's nothing about it.
Yeah. No, it's turns out like my nephew bought like some kind of anime acrylic figure or something, and it costed like 50K. So it's like, oh, okay, that checks out.
Anime figure. My mom would never buy me that.
I know, right?
That's like, my mom would say, "House no space lah." Okay, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that.
Yeah,
it doesn't have an. Well,
the Singaporean accent.
Like, not the Singaporean accent. And in terms of English, actually, I'm trying to think about how she speaks in English.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know.
I mean, she still has an accent, but not like as heavy as like you would normally expect from a Chinese trying to speak English. Yeah.
True.
But to be fair, I don't. I used to think that I kind of erased the accent, most of it already. But then like it just kind of comes back in when I'm trying to read scripts out of all things. Like if I talk normally, like right now, I think you would hardly realize that I'm not born in the UK.
True.
I guess I know some people do tell me that, but like not a lot of people. But some people would think that I was born in the UK. So no, I'm just been here for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm actually reading out scripts that just goes like, I'm just gonna. What did I just say? Very nice. I recorded for 1 minute now.
Yay. But yeah.
Kind of guy. Because I know Theo, you
yeah.
if there's something wrong, you just pause and you just start from the last sentence. I don't. Not very good at editing.
Oh yeah.
So I always try to record everything in one go.
Yeah. Also it's hell.
Yeah.
Also it's hell because like I kind of have to listen to all my mistakes all over again, and like, fine, I guess I'll just have to pick one that is the least shitty.
Yeah.
I can't even say that I pick like the best one. I pick like the least shitty one because like fuck. Because I don't have like our setup is not really professional, right? So if I were to re-record everything, then there will be like, maybe today I put my microphone a little bit closer. It's probably a little bit farther. Probably at that day there's not as much wind. Then it might, and probably on the other one there's like rains outside. Then it might have some subtle difference that I felt like when you put in those audio in together, it feels kind of jarring, especially if they are still in the same section. So if they're in the different section, then that's kind of fine, because like mentally you kind of like check out from that part and then you check into the next part, right? Like if you have like some kind of like introduction and then you have the battle part, then it's a kind of like a different part of the video, so you can kind of like switch your brain. Fuck, I just hit my headphone. But yeah, but like I think like if we are still in the same section, it's kind of like less awkward if it's kind of like yeah, it's still shitty, but like at least it's not, why is this one louder, why is this one not as loud, or why is this one has like some crunchy water noise in the background. But yeah, this it I mean like I probably should start like practicing just reading, because like whenever, like I think like one of the misconceptions is that especially since when I was younger, whenever we are having like presentation, like one of the easy way out you can do is basically you just put everything on your slide and then you just read off your slide. And then you just assume that this is going to be the easier strat, and then like no, it's just a different thing, because now you have now that people have something to compare what you say to, kind of have to be able to say everything as precisely as possible. Also, yeah, I mean like in the end it's still kind of like if you have a text, sometimes your brain kind of relaxes a little bit and then you just skip some parts. Then some things that you wanted to say might mean different things, especially if you skip the negation. And then like you were talking about like, yeah, we should save the kids, and then like you, we should not kill other people, and then like your brain relaxes and like we should kill other people. My goodness. Yeah, it's kind those kind of things. My goodness. And yeah. Other than that, yeah, it's also why I release my videos so sparingly, because like I record something and I was like, I have to edit this. We have a video that will be coming out next week if everything goes well, since we already delayed this quite a while. But anyway, the thing is, I think like the raw for that the intro part for that video, so the whole video will still be pretty long because it has battles in it. But like the intro for that video is like, I think like 7 minutes, because I kind of like tries to explain like what is so good about the text first, like what is the pros and cons, and then we get into the actual battle. That's my concept for this one. But like the whole intro, which explains like what is so good about the deck, what is so bad about the deck, why people are not using that deck as much, takes 7 minutes. You know what is the I cut that down to 7 minutes from a 26 minutes audio.
What the?
So yeah, that's how much mistake I made along the way of reading that whole script. That's why I was like,
That's why I just re-record. I don't just pause and then do it again, because like that's also the problem of you don't know which part was actually the good part you want to use.
Yeah.
After you record the 26 minutes, and you have to listen the whole thing again just to find that one part. Nah, man, I ain't gonna do that.
Yep. I think that's always the choice. I think like one time I kind of like did that, so I basically just tried to how do you say that? So basically what I did was that I recorded, and then like if for like one section, and then like if it's good enough, then I'll proceed to the next one. If it's not good enough, then I'll delete that, and then I will repeat only that section. I ended up just doing it the way I do now. I forgot why. I think like that with that one, I kind of have like I recorded that for like 3 hours, and then now I still don't have the pointer on where I need to cut stuff, and then I was like, it's still it makes the recording, to me it kind of made the recording longer, but the editing not that much shorter. So it's like, so I just went back to my old ways and I am paying the price now. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you should definitely practice some reading.
Yeah. Yeah, especially since not only English. I was like, at one point, because like now I am like learning German daily, I was like thinking, oh, maybe I should just start like a separate channel that is not really to gain anything. It's just so that I have somewhere to kind of like load up a log, and which like, yeah, so this today I will try to read this one passage, and then I will read another passage the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you can do that.
Yeah. So it's kind of just to track my own progress, but like, yeah, can't be bothered. But yeah, maybe I should.
Oh my god, that
Yeah.
reminds me of the video that I sent you last night.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna try to say that now.
Yeah.
皆さん，我在 Internet 上看到 someone 把几国的 language 混在一起 speak， 我看到之后 be like それは我じゃないか，私も try 一 try です。虽然是混乱してる字子ですけど、中文、日本語 plus English、跳降 start。我 study 日本語的时候，我是有看，我是有汉字，我会很 happy because 中国人 toast that when I see 汉字，すぐに那个汉字的 meaning わかります。But 我 hate 外来语，什么麦当劳、Starbucks、Google、Disneyland 根本记不住。カタカナ how to 写太難。Actually, no, this one is 太難しい了。以上です。Bye bye.
My God.
And then I was telling. So basically, what happened was just like someone made a passage using Mandarin or Chinese, but like it's technically Mandarin, Chinese, English, and Japanese. And then people try to say the whole thing.
Oh my goodness.
And I was telling my bestie how I was speaking Japanese, well, pronouncing Japanese more fluently than Mandarin.
But that,
which is weird.
Yeah, it really needs something else, because like I find like recently sometimes I was like in a conversation with the Japanese, and then they will, when I told them that I am not from Japan, they will just, yeah, so I actually like learn English as well, and it's like, I tried to speak English, and then like my brain just stops. Yeah, I felt like I needed a few moments to kind of like switch between languages. Like the only one that I can probably smoothly do is between Indonesian and English, probably because those are the two languages that I speak the best. But like, yeah, if I were to switch from these two to like either Japanese or like German, then it's like, no, I can't. Like German is even harder. German, I kind of have to preload everything, and then like I have to prepare myself, and then I have to make like 2-3 mistakes. Then I can probably start speaking German. But like, yeah. I mean, like Japanese is way easier. I can start speaking Japanese, but like when I already have like the flow to speak in Japanese, it's like now I have to switch back to English. How do I do that? My goodness.
Yeah, I think I can change fluently between Cantonese and English, but even then, I actually speak more English than Cantonese. Like I was wow, this is another story, but I don't know if I want to share onto the internet. I mean, there's no problem about it, because it's about my uncle, and like no one knows about my uncle, so I think that's fine. And like when I say uncle, you don't know which one anyway.
Yep.
But
Indeed.
but like basically, my uncle suddenly came to England like 6 days ago, and then 4 days ago he came to Newcastle, and then like. We already like, we as in me and my parents was like, why the fuck? But anyway, so my uncle came to England and he doesn't know about shit, so I had to help him out. and I just met up with him, and then like I was trying so hard. I mean, it's not like he didn't understand English. I mean, or else I mean, to be fair, he probably landed in Heathrow and then he went to Blackpool first, and then he came to Newcastle.
Oh my god.
So like you know, he knows what's going on. I mean, he even got the visa himself, so he can read.
Yep.
He understands English. So like it's not like one of those Chinese who like doesn't even know how to use a pound or something like that. No, they do exist, by the way. But yeah, so I have to meet up with him, and then when I was talking to him, like I'm trying so hard to just use Cantonese because my brain is just so more used to speaking English. Like, you know, when I'm speaking with my bestie or even like just like other Chinese friends in the area, like most of the time like my words are like half Cantonese, half English. And I'm already trying so hard, but like at best I can only do like 75% Cantonese, and then like 25% English. Cause like obviously I speak more quickly in English, but also there are just some words that I would just forget.
Yeah, exactly.
In Cantonese. Yeah, and then actually that's another issue that's like very funny to think about, which is you know, because like one reason why, you know, I'm pausing so much, which like you guys will have noticed, you know, with all the episodes of podcast, and then or maybe you would even see that when I'm commentating on my own gameplay videos. I do say and then I also just pause a lot because most of the time my brain needs time to kind of process from Cantonese to English. like most of like I think recently most of the time I will think in English anyway. And actually most of the time I feel more comfortable to speak and think in English than in Cantonese. So like, but it still happens that like there are sometimes that like I have to think in Cantonese first and then convert it to English. So then there will be like a pause and it's just like, what is the word again?
But I can understand it. I mean, like now that I spoke, like I kind of ended up speaking like 4 languages, although the 2 are not as good as the first 2. But yeah, I mean, like sometimes it's just like, I know this word in German. Like I never used this word in Indonesia, so it's like I only use this word in Germany. So it's like, what do you call it, that one again? But like, yeah, I mean, like even I can kind of understand it because like especially in my generation, like nowadays we kind of like to make fun of this, like the dialect, if you may, of the people of South Jakarta. Because like people of South Jakarta has like one of the largest expat population in Jakarta. Like a lot of them are speaking English, of course, but of course they're still in Indonesia, so of course they kind of needed to, and they also have like lots of international schools, so they might be taught in English, but they are still in Indonesia, so they needed to interact with other people in Indonesian. But of course, since probably they have like foreign parents, or maybe they are like encouraged by their parents to speak English, when they try to speak Indonesian, of course they needed to cover some of the words with English, and then yeah, it kind of becomes a meme at some point because like ya aku sih pokoknya kind of gitu lah, I need vacation gitu. Yeah, so something like that. It's just a microcosm of what actually how they do it, and they kind of have like a certain accent that kind of like make like that sounds weird to other Indonesian speakers, especially those in like West Java, even, which is like where Jakarta is located, by the way. But yeah, but even in my generation, I think like most of the stuff, especially from the West, like the movie stuff, the computer stuff, they're still pretty new, so we don't have like the Indonesian word from there yet. So we kind of like, it's already kind of like common for us to kind of like mix in like the English words into like our conversations. It's like computer, internet, the word for computer is just computer, and then like internet I think like now they like online especially. So I think the one that I remember is like online. Online is online used to not have like an Indonesian translation until they kind of like coin a whole term just for that. So that's why I don't bother remembering them, because like this is specific just to use the internet, and then I needed to use the internet in English anyway. So I will use this probably like 10% within my life. So like yeah, I will remember them when I needed them. But anyway, so
Yeah,
that's
Chinese definitely doesn't have that because well, we don't, because like our language culture doesn't use long words in general.
Yeah.
You know, like most of the time, even for well, actually, only people names they wouldn't try to translate it because like there's no point. So then what they do is that because obviously Chinese doesn't have something like katakana as well, so they don't have anything that would be used for foreign words specifically. So they just throw words that sound the same into the name, and then it would make no sense. But you just have to remember it that way. So like it was so hard for us to learn about any Western history back in middle school. Like we were learning about French Revolution out of all things.
Oh.
And then we try to remember the names of the people, and then you know, there were some names that if you put it into English, or well, French in this case, well, Latin language in general, or Germanic language, it's just so much easier to read. But when you put it into Chinese, it's like 6 characters long. It's like, how the heck do I remember that shit? We even requested to the school that like, can we please learn our Western history in English? And then the school was like, no, because we couldn't hire anyone that's actually good enough in English. It's like, what the fuck? We're literally, because like my school, and I think a lot of the Hong Kong schools also do that, is that we separate into like kind of elite class and like kind of normal class. For my school, we had 2 elite classes and 2 normal classes. I was in the elite class, one of the elite classes.
Nice.
And then the way we differentiate is that the normal classes would take most of their subjects in Chinese, except for English, obviously. So I don't know which subjects would be in English. I know maths was. So I only studied for 2 years in Hong Kong middle school and then moved to England. So like there were a lot of differences that were more apparent later on than the first 2 years. But I believe like, so basically the difference is that elite class will have maths, the science subjects, and then economy, and also, well, they call it social studies in English. Well, and then the normal classes will be in Chinese. So I suppose normally it would be nice if they also put history in English. But yeah, as they said, that's the problem of like they cannot hire anyone with good enough English. But I think also another reason was actually because both Chinese history and Western history are labeled under the same subject, as just history. So you cannot really make exams on like half Chinese, half English. So I suppose that's also another reason why they had to teach everything in Chinese, which was actually really annoying. So yeah, so that was that.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me like the Mandarin for Indonesia is also in Tunisia, so it's like, so we started that from Zhongguo and then Meiguo and then Deguo and then like suddenly in Tunisia. What the fuck?
Wait, they just tell you Indonesia?
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be Inni.
Yeah,
Inni, yeah.
I think like so basically my Mandarin teacher first teaches me in Tunisia, and then she said that then you can kind of also say Inni. Yeah.
Inni, yeah.
Like, what? How did that change from that to that? It's like, oh yeah.
I mean,
Anyway.
Did you have any other names except for Indonesia?
Okay, so let's go to Wikipedia.
I mean, I'm on Wikipedia and I can't really find it.
Yeah, I mean, like,
there we go. Names of Indonesia. Indos.
Yeah.
And Nessos.
Indos and Nessos. Yeah. Yeah, that's why we are the Dutch East Indies.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Netherlands is Indies. I think that's where it came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why in Chinese we call you guys Ingli. Yeah, I think it somehow like follow like one of the names from probably from the Dutch, or like the English, whoever came first, whatever.
Yeah.
And then like that was the same for India. Because like in Chinese we call them Hindu. So Hindu, you know, Hindu, yeah. So like we don't actually call it like India or anything like that. Oh, wait a second. No, okay, I was wrong. Right. So so Indi is still correct, but that's actually the shortened form.
Yeah.
We still call you guys Indonesia.
But yeah, in Mandarin way of saying Indonesia.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah. So like actually we call you guys in full names to Indonesia. It's in like 5 characters. But we shorten it to Ini.
Yeah.
I actually never knew that.
Yeah.
I always thought I just called the guys Ini.
Yeah.
But apparently not.
Yeah. That's why. Also, my Mandarin teacher was quite old, so that's probably that's why she knows. She's just my neighbor, by the way. So yeah, shout out to my Laoshi. Yeah. too bad all those teachings go to nothing because I cannot speak a speck of Mandarin. But yeah.
But yeah, like names definitely have like country names definitely have like a lot of really interesting origins.
Yeah.
I actually, now that I think about it, why do people call China China?
Yeah, I think it's because of Marco Polo or something. I think like he. Oh no, that is Japan.
The word China has been used in English since the 16th century. Traced back to Portuguese, Malay, and Persian, back to the Sanskrit word China, used in ancient India. Oh. Okay, I see.
Interesting.
I actually never knew that. Interesting.
So it was the okay, but then anyway.
Yeah, and I suppose we just call it China now because China was actually like the what do you call it, derogatory term?
No, it's only in Indonesia.
No, it's not only in Indonesia. I can tell you that much.
Okay. Very well. Yeah, because like
okay, yeah, maybe it doesn't sound bad from like the Western world, but like basically previously the Western world did call the place China, and then later on, I think because like a lot of people do hate mainland China, so including Hong Kong, so there were a time when people would call mainlanders China. As in like you China kind of thing. It's like it's basically similar to like the N word or like the black people. So like so I think that might be why they changed the sound to China instead. Yeah,
or
like,
maybe
we still have that term in Cantonese actually, and then we
or maybe it's
that reminds me, it was a really old meme. It was a really old kind of like, not even Chinese meme, but like Hong Kong meme. Because that was the time when Gangnam Style was really popular. And then basically, as an irony, as someone wrote a parody in Cantonese called the disgusting China style.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not even China, it's the disgusting China style. And it's like, oh, disgusting China style. Oh. And like, and like basically, because basically the lyrics was like about how like mainlanders was literally poop on the train.
I see.
And stuff like that, because like apparently they did actually do that. Like it was on the news and everything like that. But then like during that time was like 11 or 12 years old, so it's not like I remember much.
Yeah.
But like apparently they do that. So and so like literally the whole song just like laughing at mainlanders. But like the meaning aside, it was really funny.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean like officially I think like in our dictionary it's still China. I mean like although now preferably people just use the new translation which is Tiongkok, which is basically they just think it from Tiongkok. Yeah. Also, but like I think like the reason why it is derogatory in Indonesia is a little bit different. It's mostly because in our past government there was a time where basically all the social inequalities were blamed on us. So like, yeah, that's why. And yeah, as always. But so yeah, then it is offensive only if you say it to other person, like if you identify them as a China. But
yeah, so I suppose that would depend on context. Yeah.
But then again, like because of that, like people in my generation, they also kind of like got uncomfortable like just saying China, even though the context is not that one. So whenever they are even talking about the country, they will just say China. In the middle of speaking Indonesian, by the way. So yeah, I mean like, but I think like the one in the West is probably much simpler. Probably the like the English guy just saw the notes from the Malaysian guy and it's like CI China. Yep, that checks out. So yeah, guys, I found this straight route to this place called China. they have good plates, by the way. Okay, they always have like the misconception that they might be calling China because of the China plates. It's probably, I mean, like sometimes you associate an area based on what goods you can get out of that area, right? So I was like, do they call China just because they bought China plates from China? I see. That's a possibility, but yeah. I mean, the actual like it coming from other languages actually made more sense, rather than because they sell good China plates. My goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of that, what I kind of remember something else, but I kind of forgot already. My God. The summer is still long. You guys will be with this kind of performance for the next 3 months, by the way. My goodness. This kind of performance where I kept on forgetting stuff because of the heat. And the heat is the heat is only getting worse anyway. Especially in the height of August.
Man, I wish it's like even a little bit hotter over here.
Yeah, I mean like
it still feels like winter most of the time.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to stay like spring all the time, but like the spring feels really short. Like 2 weeks of spring and then like I kind of understand why like people who live in Japan say like the spring and autumn come for like 2 weeks and then like they are just gone. Because like I think like most of the spring is like either the winter easing up and then the summer starting, and then autumn is basically just the summer easing up and then the winter starting. So it's like you never really get to enjoy like the good like 15-degree air like all the time for like at least 1 month. God. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, now before we get the dangerous territory of speaking about the geopolitical situation of the world, if you guys want us to talk about any other stuff, always feel free to let us know in our always feel free to send your requests, questions, or messages to our email at therefreshsteppodcast@gmail.com. So yeah, I guess that has been everything that we can share for this week. We hope that you guys have a nice week going forward, and we'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye.